Grand Rising, Grand Rising. So today is day 4. How many of us are thoroughly enjoying and taking full benefit of all of the things that I've been talking about for your lymphatic system, for your detoxing of your gut lining and your immune system, your digestive tract? When you start incorporating all of these things, you want to make sure that above everything else, that you're being consistent, that you're staying hydrated. I don't know about you, but you always see me drinking. You always see me with something in my hand. Why? Because I'm always grabbing something. Because if your body is hydrated, guess what? You're helping your body to do what you're asking it to do. Water continues the flow, right? So now let's jump right into day 4. Day 4 is literally lymphatic detoxing. This is your drainage of the lymphatic system, which is 75% of the liquids in your body are in the lymphatic system. Think about that. So that's major that you keep these waters, these liquids flowing. It's just like the sewage system in a city. You never want it to back up. You never want it to slow down. You definitely don't want it to get sluggish, right? Okay, so that drainage, that movement is immunity. So now here is the purpose. The purpose of your lymphatic systems in your body, it's the detox highway. So it moves waste, it balances the fluids in your body, and it supports your immunity. How many of us know when flu season comes around, a lot of people automatically panic? I don't take the flu shot or a vaccination. I don't do any of those things. What I do, I make sure that I'm using my lymphatic vibration plates. I make sure that I'm doing different things from exercising 3 to 4 times a week, at least 30 minutes. Because remember, movement is medicine, right? And so when you think about that, here's a key point I want you to remember. Unlike blood circulation, the lymphatic system has no pump. It relies solely on movement, hydration, and breath to flow. Think about that. It solely relies on your movement, hydration, and your breath. Remember, I always tell you breath work is beautiful. So I encourage you, take a few deep breaths. First thing in the morning, lift your arms up over your head. Do a few squats. Do some lunges. Do some leg lifts, or if you're a former dancer, some releves, right? Stand up on your toes, slowly come down, right? And I always tell people, depending on your age, that's the number of reps you work up to. Now, some people are like, well, if I'm older and I have not done this before, then that's a lot to start with. You can break it up. If you're in your 50s, do 25, 25. If you're in your 60s, you can do 15, 15, 15, 15. See what I mean? But you're going to get there. And after about 3 or 4 days, you can go up by 5. You should have built up enough strength and dexterity in your muscles to go up. Now, here's some engagement cues that I want you to know about. So, have you ever felt that puffy, sluggish, sore without knowing why feeling? Whether it's first thing in the morning, late in the evening, any time of the day. Anybody? Perfect. If you have, you can put a 1 in the chat. These can all be signs of your lymphatic system being stagnant. So let's talk about the organs that are part of this. So your lymphatic system is a network of vessels, nodes, and organs that filter toxins and circulate the immune system, right? So when you think about that, vessels, nodes, and organs, they literally work together. So if you're having issues or problems, I would say to you, do something different that you haven't done before. So one of the things I do as a shock to my body is when I'm in the shower, I have loofah gloves. So the loofah gloves stimulate circulation. So I make sure to take the lymphatic pathway with my scrubbing and my washing, right? Starting at your neck, going down towards the heart. That's important. So you're going down. I do that 10 to 15 times. Then I go here on each side 10 to 15 times. Then I go, wash my arms, of course, but then I go under my arms and I go up at an angle, again, towards the heart, brushing, doing on both sides. Then I go around and just under my breast, go around your waist, coming towards your navel. Once you get past the midsection, you want to go down, start brushing towards the navel then. Why? Because that's keeping that system flowing, right? Because your lymphatic system flows and floods to what? Your colon. So you want to make sure that you're encouraging it. Then I do the circles on my stomach. You want to make sure that you're doing something to make sure that system flows, to make sure that everything that you're trying to get to leave the body, to exit the body, has a pathway that is clear to do so. And you encourage it by motivating those muscles around it, those blood vessels around it, those nodules and organs that support it. You stimulate them, right? Now, the lymphatic pathway is lymph nodes that act as checkpoints, right? They're filtering pathogens and activating immune responses. Think about that, activating those immune responses. Again, we're in a polar vortex here in the north. Yesterday was the first day we got over 20 degrees. And on top of that, there's snow everywhere. So it's cold. I don't worry about getting sick because I know I'm taking care of my lymphatic system. I am moving daily. Even when I don't do my full 45-minute workout, I am still doing a 30-minute stretching, moving, making sure that I'm doing the scrubbing. You can do it with dry brushing. You can do it with loofah gloves. There are many things that you can do to activate the lymphatic system, to keep it moving. And then trimming up or training up your lymphatic system. You want to train it so that it's constantly moving. That lymphatic vibration plate is an amazing, amazing thing. They used to be really expensive when they first came out, but now they have them now for under $70, some under $50. What you want to do is you want to stand on it for at least 10 to 30 minutes a day. You're going to build up to it though. You don't just jump on there thinking, I'm going to do 30 minutes. No. And you want to make sure that you start off at the lowest number so that your body can get adjusted to it, because it can be a shock. You're going to have some itching. That's just like when you work out and you have a good workout. You can feel the itching in certain parts of your body. That's your body, your lymphatic system doing its work, doing its job. You're sweating, your glands are opening up your pores and releasing toxins out of the body, right? We jokingly say when we're sweating, that's the fat cells crying. Well, guess what? It's also your lymphatic system exhaling, right? So now here's some herbal supports that I want you to know about. You can take things like Echinacea to support the lymphatic system. You can also do things like beetroot because it helps the circulation. Again, that's very important. One of my favorite is cayenne pepper. It helps with that circulation, getting everything flowing and moving. You want to know why when you take the immune boost shots first thing in the morning, your nose starts running, your eyes may start running. You're going to do a little coughing up some mucus, or as we say in the South, a loogie. But The beautiful thing about that is you're getting the fluid moving that's in your body. That's the thing you want to do. But you want to always gently introduce these stimulating herbs to the body. Always. So immune stimulating herbs like the echinacea and all, they should be taken on a short term unless guided by a professional. I say cayenne pepper is a beautiful one because you can take cayenne pepper every day. I don't like cayenne pepper in my food because I don't care for the spice. However, I keep it in my tea, my morning tea, because it helps that flow. Let's talk about binders and lifestyle practices. So now I said something about dry brushing. There are brushes, you can actually go on Amazon and buy them, the lymphatic dry brushes. And they teach you how to follow that lymphatic drainage pathways all the way down, always making sure that you incorporate your inner thighs and the back of your calves, the top of your calves and the back of your knees. Incorporate that area. That's the last place in your calves. And you're going to brush those up, stimulating everything flowing to come back up towards your heart, back up towards your colon. So you want to make sure that you're doing those things, because when you do that, it literally stimulates the lymphatic flow through the skin. It demonstrates you do it in demonstrating circular strokes towards the heart and then towards your colon. And I say those strokes, why? Because you want to give your body something to follow, giving your body a system to follow. Sweating plus hydration. I encourage you to try like the sauna. If you've never done the red light sauna, those are beautiful. Of course, your exercises, hot tubs with plenty of water, making sure you stay hydrated while you're in the hot tub, in the sauna. Um, Movement you can do if your kids have a trampoline. That is an excellent way. It's called rebounding, right? Or mini trampolines, swinging your arms, swinging them around, swinging them, just let them swing. You don't have to control it, just swing your arms. All of these movements restore that circulation. And last but not least, the circulation is restored. Once it's restored, nothing is stuck. So guess what? If nothing's stuck, then that means your lymphatic system is draining, which means that you're going to have regular bowel movements. You're going to have regular trips to the bathroom, and they're going to be complete. Always, always, always. I tell people castor oil is your best friend. I take castor oil and I put it on my neck at night, on my eyelids and eyelashes and eyebrows. That's how they stay thick at night. On my so-called frown lines, your what do you call it, crow's feet. You put castor oil on that, put it in your navel every night. That also gives your body antioxidants that it greatly and desperately needs, but it also gives your body some assistance with making sure that lymphatic system continues to flow. So a somatic stretch would be that 3 minutes swinging your arms around your waist. Do it for like 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes every day. While you're doing some breath work, remember, inhaling in your nose, holding it at the top, and then exhaling through your mouth. So imagine your lymphatic system is flowing freely, it's carrying away what no longer serves you. That's something that you can say to yourself on a consistent basis. Even when you're breathing, I inhale and I'm releasing what no longer serves me, right? So now let's talk about it. Here's some questions I received. What if you're having swelling? If you're experiencing swelling, especially like in your lower extremities, one of the best things that I told you about yesterday still works today, parsley. It's a natural diuretic. But when you have that swelling, it means your lymphatic system needs movement. So you have to get moving. You have to hydrate. You have to deal with that blockage. So rebounding, standing on the vibration plate, walking up and down steps, getting on a trampoline, get to moving. That soreness, it's your inflammatory release, but it's also part of detoxing. So you're going to expect, if you have not been regularly working out 3 to 4 times a week, that you're going to feel some soreness. Remember, in order for you to build muscle, you have to first tear muscles. So don't be surprised, so to speak, by the soreness. You want to make sure that you're hydrating. You want to make sure that you're stretching before you work out and after. Not just before. And the older you get, you want to stretch a little longer. You want to stretch a little more body parts. You want to even look up a quick video on YouTube that will walk you through a free stretching. I have all of those looked up and saved, so I just literally pull up several different ones. Sweating. Yes, skin is part of the detox organs. It's your largest organ on the body, your skin. So when you get it to sweating, when you get the pores to open and it releases sweat, guess what? You're getting the system moving. That lymphatic system is telling you, I'm moving. That's why you may feel some itching. That's when you feel some burning. All of those are signs that your lymphatic system is working and it's expelling toxins, right? The movement frequency, light movement every hour. So if you are sitting at a desk, if you work behind a desk on a computer, take you 5 to 10 minutes. If you have a desk that you can lift up, stand up and walk in place. If you don't, and you have a vibration plate, put it under your desk and put your feet on it. And once an hour, turn it on for 5 to 10 minutes. Let it get your system or your body moving so your lymphatic system is still moving. At the end of the day, if you've been sitting behind a desk or you sit for a long drive home and even to work, by the end of the day, the lower parts of your extremities need a little attention, a little TLC. So take 20 to 30 minutes at the end of your day before you go to bed and take your feet and literally sit in a chair like this, put your feet up the wall and leave them there for 20 to 30 minutes. You're helping your body and your lymphatic system drain properly. It'll start reducing that end of the day leg swelling and tension and swelling around your toes and your ankles. It'll eliminate that. It'll start decreasing that. Doing a sauna, absolutely, it's perfectly fine. But you want to ease into something like that. You don't want to do it every single day. And you want to make sure that you're using wisdom and you're extra hydrating on the days you do it. The duration. The detoxing, you want to do it 7 to 14 days for a gentle detox. You don't want to shock the system. Shocking the system can lead to some issues, but also you want to make sure that when you are detoxing, that you're still incorporating binders. So your binder we're going to talk about today is activated charcoal and bentonite clay. Those two are ancient, old binders that our families, our ancestors have been using for eons. They work, they're very effective, and guess what? When you use them while you're detoxing, it guarantees that you're going to get more bang for your buck, so to speak. There are several ways you can use it. I always tell people you can check with whatever source or resource you use on a consistent basis to get information from, whether it's Google, whether it's ChatGTP, whether it's Copilot, whether it's 360, whatever. But you want to make sure that you're using a binder the entire time while you're detoxing. It is important, it is paramount that you use a binder. so that you won't have die-off symptoms, so that whatever is being released from your body is dying off in your body, from parasites to the eggs to the larva, that there is a binder in your system connecting and attaching to it and pulling it all the way out of your body, staying on it while it goes completely out of the body. Okay? That is very important, so that you don't have reabsorption of the toxins that are coming out of whatever is dying off, right? So now, your lymphatic system is for drainage. Movement is medicine. Your immunities, these are the pillars of your lymphatic system, that drainage, that movement, the immunity. Those are the pillars of it. So you want to make sure that you're doing things to support it, to encourage it, and more importantly, that you are staying consistent. So you want to integrate your herbs. You want to integrate not just your hydration, but do a little bit of Himalayan or Celtic salt, sea salt, on your tongue 2 to 3 times a day for that hydration right before you drink your water. Not putting it so much in the water unless you're going to do like I told you I did. I did the mason jar with the alkaline water, and I put quite a bit of it in there. You want to make sure that you're doing those things. And then also throughout the day, do a check. If your lips feel dry, if your skin feel dry, if you suffer with eczema or psoriasis or anything, if you notice that, say, this is my dry patch that I normally have during the winter months or right here. If that is dry during the middle of the day, then you're not hydrated enough. So what does that mean? It means pick up your water. It means pick up your tea and start drinking. It means eat more fruit. Do some melons to do hydrating on different levels. Add some celery. Do the green juice from Dr. Yaki. Do whatever you need to do to make sure that you're doing hydration, but that you're also getting the nutrients. I incorporated or added moringa back to my diet. So you want to make sure that you're doing those things to make sure you're giving your body the trace minerals and nutrients that you don't always get or that you've been missing. Because your body knows what to do when you put it in there. But encourage it to continue to do it. So continue using them. I challenge you all to try that. Try it for 7 days and tell me what you find out and what happens for you. That movement once an hour. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anything drastic. You can be sitting at your desk doing releves, stretching and doing reverse releves, lifting your toes off the floor, then lifting your heels off the floor. Doing that while you're at your desk. Do it for a few minutes. What are you doing? You're strengthening your calf muscles. But guess what? Your calf is considered another heart. So they pump everything from your lower extremities back up to the heart. Give it something to work with. Help it work better. With all of this information, I want you to know that your lymphatic system is a beautiful system to support. But more importantly, your affirmation for today will be something really beautiful, like my body flows freely and nothing is stuck. Stay with that today. Let me know how you're doing. I'm interested to hear how your detox processes have been going so far. Let me know what you like that I'm not giving you information about. And more importantly, remember, this is your accountability. If you can't do anything else, you can show up here and know that I'm going to be here with you. I love you to life.